Hello, everybody. Love it, Captain 2000 here, and welcome to Triangle Strategy, the end game or the epilogue.
Yeah. Sarah Noah Wolford. It must feel good to wield your blade for your ideals. But you will regret it in time. Human greed will fill the void left behind by the goddess. Those you sought to bring happiness to will criticize and condemn you.
I know. That is the fate of a leader of men. But I will never stop believing in people. I will walk beside them toward a better tomorrow.
I once believed in the same ideals. I prayed to the goddess endlessly for the people's salvation. But she never answered my prayers and the people remained fools. Only then did I realize the goddess did not exist. That I had to save my people by mine own hand.
Idor, why not put your faith in people once more?
You would forgive even me.
You must atone for your wrongs, of course. But after that, you would be free to walk a different path.
You naive fools.
What have you done?
I have activated the remaining Elfric in the palace. Soon, all will be reduced to dust.
But why?
Remember this, Sarah Noah Wolford. Not everyone is like you. Humans will never be cured of their stupidity. No matter how much you love your fellow man, inevitably, he will betray you.
Be that as it may, I still choose to believe.
Then know this. The path you would walk will lead nowhere but despair. I will await you in hell.
The palace is collapsing!
We must go now.
Even if I sink into the depths of despair, I will find a path out. As long as I keep walking, there will always be hope.
Hurry, Sarah Noah!
The Hierophant's Palace, once a symbol of prosperity in the holy state of Hyzant, crumbles and sinks into the source, taking Idor and his baleful puppets along with it. So it is that the long war that began with the unearthing of salt crystals comes to an end. The hearts of the Norzelian people are shaken to learn of the new sources of salt, the Rosellan history of the land, and the end of an era of 3 warring nations. Once the Hyzantians learn the truth of the goddess's teachings, their influence is shattered, and the holy state descends into chaos. In Esfrost, the late Archduke's staunch followers refuse Farog's new rule. Fortunately, the tumult is short-lived. Serenoa, Roland, and their loyal companions show the way, espousing the tenets of a new Norzelia. One built around the ideals of mutual understanding and cooperation. Gradually, doubts are dispelled and anxieties allayed. Peace returns to the realm under the rule of King Roland of Glenbrook. And for the first time in history, all the people of Norzelia take their first steps on a new path. Together.
The hawk flies free. Epilogue.
Wait! Wait for me! Oh dear. Are you okay? Hey, let's go play hide and seek over there. Okay.
Aww.
I never thought I would see the day my people would be welcome anywhere. Yet here we are. It truly is a dream come true.
It took some time for everyone to adjust, but now it feels like the Roselle have been here their whole lives.
Aye. With things finally settling down here, the young lord and King Roland can move the people forward. One step at a time.
Indeed, and we must do everything in our power to see their plans through.
Oh, Svarog!
Frederica, how good it is to see you again. Glenbrook's...
It has, Uncle.
Whoop. Sorry.
How fares Esfrost?
Frederica, how good it is to see you again. Glenbrook seems to have gotten back on its feet.
It has, Uncle. How fares Esfrost?
Sorry.
Some of Gustadolf's most loyal followers resisted the change, but we managed to peacefully resolve our differences in time.
Ain't that a relief?
Yep.
Truly, it is. I would be loath to sully Esfrost's history any further, and I am certain Dragan would agree.
Guess who?
Well, well. To think dignitaries can stand about chatting in the open like this.
A former Saintly
we live in now.
A former Saintly 7 member and overseer of the Ministry of Medicine. She is a woman of superior intellect who crafted both the Hierophant's automaton and Elfric blast crystals. Former Saintly 7, Minister of Medicine.
Minister Lila, welcome. I hope your journey was a pleasant one.
You can scarcely imagine my surprise when I heard that King Roland had asked for me by name.
So, I'm going to pause here and point out the one thing that upsets me quite a lot. Quahog and Lila do not get a scene reuniting whatsoever. They do not get a scene reuniting. They just get a, as you'll see later on, they appear together in the ending CGI. But they never get an actual graphic reuniting them, which I hate so much because of all the people that deserve a heartwarming scene like that, it would be Quahog.
In truth,
and Lila.
I was unsure of whether or not to answer his summons. After everything I have done, I cannot imagine being worthy of such a lofty position.
Of course you are, Minister. After the Hyzantian people lost everything they believed in, you were the one who kept them together.
Yeah, she rules Hyzant now, technically.
You also shared your research with the public. Countless lives were saved thanks to you.
I wonder who would be the new Saintly Seven members. Like, you'd have to put Narv into the Saintly Seven. Maybe Milo would be a good saint.
I am flattered you think so. But in the end, it was I who was saved.
Haha! Come now! Let us save the catching up for later. We must be on our way to the castle.
Indeed.
Where is your dear husband-to-be, Frederica?
He is with Benedict at Castle Wolford, discussing the prospects of the new salt crystal mines.
Indeed.
They will make their way here once they're finished.
Yeah, it's not like Anna and Eridor to not be wherever Benedict is.
Lord Serenoa is as ardent to youth as always, I see.
Love that the phrase ardent youth has endearing meaning. Meanwhile, a little less somber is Benedict's resignation from House Wolfort.
It has been an honor to serve.
Wait! Where do you think you're going?
I strayed from the path of righteousness, my lord.
You speak of the day we all stood divided.
Indeed. Had you not been there to unite us, Lord Serenoa, I shudder to think what our fate might have been. Ever since then, I have been plagued by nightmares. Visions of Norzelia swallowed up in flames because of my foolish counsel.
But Norzelia has emerged stronger, and we could not have safeguarded her without you.
My plan callously ignored Lady Frederica's people, and would have driven King Roland away. I failed you, both as steward to House Wolfort and as a man. I have no right to be part of this realm's future.
Stop right there, Benedict. Who among us has not once erred? What is important is that we learn from our mistakes. If you haven't the strength to stand after you fall, you must learn to lean on others. That is how we came this far. Whenever one of us became lost, the others helped us find our path. Is that not the way of your beloved House Wolfort?
Lord Serenoa.
Our work has just begun. We must stand together to forge the best path forward. We cannot hope to do this without you. Pray remain with us, Benedict. House Wolfort needs you. As do I.
I refuse. I refuse to abandon House Wolfort and its lord. My allegiance lies with you, Lord Serenoa, now and forever.
I am heartened to hear this, my friend.
I will not fail you, or this realm, my lord. Now then, you are on your way to the Crown City, if I am not mistaken. Let us make haste, so as not to keep King Roland waiting.
Yes. About that.
You still waver as to whether or not to divulge to him the truth.
There is nothing I can hide from you, Benedict. I know I should keep the secret for House Wolfort's sake. And yet...
Do as your heart tells you, my lord. The bond between the two of you will not fray now.
Your words hearten me, Benedict. I now know what I must do.
And so the reveal happens. Not to everyone this time, just Roland.
Is everything all right? There's still time until the ceremony.
There is something I must tell you, Roland.
But of course, friend. What is it?
I want you to see this. It was given to me by my Lord Father before he passed.
A royal signet? But only those of the royal line are meant to have this. However, did Lord Simon come to possess it?
My father told me on his deathbed that it was given to him by King Regna to be passed on to me.
But that would mean...
Indeed. My mother, the Lady Destra, came to House Wolfort bearing His Majesty's child.
Then that makes us... brothers?
I am sorry, Roland. Perhaps I should have carried this secret to my grave, but I simply could not. I do not expect you to simply take me at my word. Pray, examine the ring for yourself.
There is no need. I trust Lord Simon's words.
You do?
Do you recall that fateful day, Serenoa? When our divergent convictions threatened to tear us apart?
I do. You, Frederica, and Benedict, you could not see eye to eye.
I lost sight of my duty as king and thought bending the knee to Hyzant would save us. I feel ashamed of my cowardice to this very day. But you were different. You never gave up. You found a path we were all willing to walk together. I think that more than proof enough of your royal blood. But no. Being king is not just a matter of lineage. A king must hold fast to his ideals and be a beacon of hope to his people. His ears must be attuned to the wishes of all, and his eyes must see all paths, even those not shown by the scales.
Be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that.
Serenoa, my brother. You are capable of that and much more. I have no doubt you were meant to rule this realm.
Roland.
I will give you the throne, if you so wish it, and swear to see your will done.
I am flattered, but I must refuse. Your words now are proof enough of your kingship, Roland. The people are ever in your heart, and you've shown that you can look back and learn from your mistakes. Norzelia needs a king like you at its helm. I am Serenoa, son of Simon and Lord of House Wolfort, ever a faithful vassal to His Majesty, and his closest friend. I just could not go on living without telling you the truth.
Your Majesty, everyone has arrived.
Ooh!
Thank you, Huette.
Let's see that.
Let us begin the ceremony.
All right, let's begin. The final, one of the last scenes of the game, I think. Look at all the survivors! There were.
Thank you, everyone, for coming here today.
There were way more people at the first meeting way back in Chapter 2. But holy shit, we made it. We lost all but 2 members of the duchy. 3 members, actually. Sicarus doesn't die. We've lost all but 1 member of the Holy State of Hyzant. Avlora and Lila, Lavlora, Svarog, and Lila are the only survivors from that retinue. Not counting Frederica as a member of the Esrosti because she goes to House Wolfort. We lost all of the high houses except for Serenoa himself. And we lost, we actually scratched that we lost all 3 lords of the high houses at the start of the game because Simon was Lord of House Wolfort. And we lost half of the royal family, technically 2/5 of the royal family. But we did it! We made it! We have reached peace.
The war is over, and we have reached an agreement on the salt crystals. They will be deemed property of the Norzelian people as a whole, and be distributed fairly across the land. Lord Svarog and Minister Lila, we cannot thank you enough for your help in this endeavor.
Think nothing of it, King Roland, but know that this is just the beginning of a new age.
Indeed. And in this new age, I hope that all of Norzelia can overcome the borders of our nations and join together as one. In order to do so, Glenbrook wishes for an equal and peaceful union with Esfrost and Hyzant.
And the first steps toward that are self-governing territories, yes?
Correct. I will allow for free trade of goods, salt crystals included, between these territories. I will gradually ease the borders, while fostering awareness of a unified Norzelian people. I would like Lord Svarog to preside over the new Esfrosti territory.
Of course, King Roland. I will do all I can to achieve my son's vision.
Minister Lila, I would like you to preside over the Hyzantian territory.
Gladly, King Roland.
And presiding over both Wolfort and the Rosellan territory.
Hi, I'm here.
I would have none other than my dearest friend and companion, Serenoa Wolfort.
That's right.
As you command, Your Majesty.
And I do believe that concludes the formalities. I have but one more order for you, Serenoa.
Ask and it shall be done.
If you insist. I order you and Lady Frederica to have your long overdue wedding at the soonest opportunity.
What?
Roland, there are still so many matters to attend to. We couldn't possibly.
Yes, you can.
This is an order from your sworn liege. You dare not refuse, Lord Wolfort.
Roland.
What better to mark the start of an era of unity than a wedding?
Yep.
You will be my nephew in no time, Lord Serenoa.
Yeah. Lord Svarog, you have no idea how much. Lila's technically would be the only member of this weird, messed up family.
Shall we, Frederica?
I would like nothing more.
Technically, through adoption, that would make Anna a member of the royal family. Right? No, it wouldn't. Okay, no, it wouldn't. Holy shit, look at everyone. You can see Lila and Quahog there. That's the closest they get to a reunion. That is the closest they get to a reunion.
I never expected to see all these familiar faces here. It is a true testament to the path they walk together.
It's such a shame.
Indeed. This is not only a celebration for Glenbrook and the Roselle, but Esfrost and Hyzant as well.
Ian's is talking to a Roselle.
Symbol of the new era.
Cordelia and Avlora talking to Svarog.
Over Norzelia, and I am honored to be here to see it.
Indeed.
The young lord's all grown up now. Feels like it was just yesterday when he was no higher than my knee.
Oh, poor Eridor.
I feel the same about Frederica. She was always alone, yet today she is someone's bride. This is the happiest day of my life.
Both of you are almost...
My friends, it would appear the young couple is ready to begin.
Awesome.
Without further ado, let us commence the ceremony.
Oh my god, look at...
Please welcome the bride and groom, Frederica Esfrost and Serenoa Wolfort.
Where the hell are we coming from? The garden? And that is the ending of the game. Oh my god, it's over. So, let's talk about extra stuff. There is a few things that I would like to do for extras, but let's talk about what I won't be doing. I'm not going to be going back and looking at all of the mental mock battles that I didn't do. I showed off what the mental mock battles looked like in episode, I think it was 24, the Gaiden episode I did. They scale up to level 50. I will not be doing those because this LP is long enough as it is. I will look back on something that is an extra thing, and I'll also point out some of the more unique items that come with it. But for the most part, that is it for Triangle Strategy, the LP. Overall thoughts on the whole project. I thought this was great. This was a fantastic project. When I started the project, I knew it was going to be a long project. I did not expect it to go 6 videos. I did not intend for it. My previous record for the longest LP, if I can find my calculator real quick, the previous record that I had was 29 videos. And if we multiply that by 2, I get 58 videos. So this LP more than doubled that. I came dangerously close to tripling that record. Because 28 times 3 is 84. Which is not too far off, considering we'll technically have 77 videos in this project. Before I had ever done a project that was longer than a few months, I was scared of doing that. Because I was afraid of things getting in the way. I was afraid of losing interest in the game. And in any other game, I probably would have, but I've always been a sucker and a stickler for tactical turn-based RPGs. And this being not only the first turn-based RPG on the channel, but the one that I have been waiting to play since 2020, it means a lot to me that this is how it went about. I love the characters of Triangle Strategy a lot. I will not be doing the character stories either. There's 4 hours of character stories, and I showed you a bit of what those could be, but I will not be going and showing off those. At the end of the day, basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to show off the things that come with the Deluxe Edition and the Collector's Edition with the game, and that should be about it, really. Characters that I thought really did well. We could do that. Let's talk about the characters I thought really did well. The Core 8, Frederica, Serenoa, Roland, Huette, Benedict, Anna, and Eridor, and Gila, I believe is the Core 8. I don't know if I missed any of them. All of them were great. I got more utility out of Serenoa, Roland, and Frederica, especially Frederica as time went on, but arguably, I think Serenoa was my best unit, and if he wasn't, Maxwell was. So yeah. I didn't get to use Avlora much, but she was useful for the chapter she was in. Milo in her limited screen times in all 4 routes I did did really well. Maxwell was very much MVP. He was a very good unit. Huette was phenomenal. Special mention to Huette and Roland for surviving the first battle of House Wolffort, which killed literally the whole party save for 2 people, them. Cordelia was useful. There were very few units in this game that I thought were actually kind of shit. I wish I had gotten more use out of Travis and Trish. I got a lot of use out of Trish in the second route playthrough. But she started to fall away because physical damage attackers like Maxwell and Flanagan started to eclipse her in sheer damage. And in a game where everybody's stats sort of caps off at a certain, the only real utility she had was being an archer on archer-based maps, which is really all I ever used her for, unfortunately. Benedict was really shitty in the early game, and then he got access to things like Dragon Shield, which helped him out a lot. He got access to now two-fold turn, was really useful. Eridor had a really good 4th run. Like, on the 4th route, he was really, really good. I wish Narv stayed as good as he was in the first route. In the first route, Narv was fantastic. In the second route, I got Corentin, and Narv is useful, yes, but Corentin is really what killed Narv. he went from being one of the MVPs. I don't think I used him once in all of the third loop, which kind of sucks. But he did get a place in one of the final chapter maps alongside being a pretty important character in Frederica's map in chapter 18 of the Conviction route. I think that's about all I want to say for the characters. There's a lot of characters that I used that I really wanted to use more. But I think I showed off everybody in battle at least once. That much I know for a fact. No matter how little or how much of them I showed, I used everybody at least once, which was one of my benchmark goals. I showed every single possible map that you could play on. And I showed all 4 endings. I showed all 30 playable characters fully maxed out. The only thing I did not do completely is I did not 100% the smithy. Which that looks genuinely taunting. Like 100%ing the smithy, getting everybody's weapons forged, maxed out, and giving them their personal skills. That looks genuinely terrifying. I don't think I maxed out a single person's forge. I also did not get all of the trade post items. I did not get all of the Quietus Point Sundry Shop items. And I did not reach max level conviction karma values with anybody. I'm pretty sure my highest was utility, but that's just because I tended to default to utility when burning through menus. Because utility for some reason likes being the middle option a lot, so I'm sitting here mashing the space, mashing E via right directional arrow and enter whenever I'm trying to burn through cutscenes that I can't skip. I will say this. This LP probably is going to have a lot more weight to it because of its length. But for me, I recorded all of this in 3 weeks. I recorded all of Triangle Strategy in 3 weeks. And it's really weird. 3 weeks ago, I hadn't started this game. Now I have a fully leveled up team of characters. And I've completed all 4 routes. I don't think I'll ever come back to this game on the channel. If I do, it's for a remake and a hard mode playthrough, which I never touched hard mode because hard mode is hard. And I wanted to burn through. I did the normal mode playthrough, which I thought was really good. You guys didn't see much of the 3rd and 4th rounds outside of the end game, which was 6 whole maps, which was a lot of maps. So that was probably, so you probably saw the least out of the 3rd loop, I think. But yeah. So we have officially beaten this game. I have no goddamn idea what my next LP is. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I have had Triangle Strategy on my mind for no joke like a year as a game, but I never actually thought my first fully true playthrough of the game would be on YouTube. I never thought that. So for anybody that has been watching since the beginning, I would like to thank you for watching this LP. I know there was a fair share of difficulties near the start of it. Most of my first playthrough is corrupted due to me having sinus issues, and a few of the early parts had echo in them. But after we got through those echoing issues, we sort of got everything dealt with, and those issues never came back. Thank God they never came back. Now watch, this video is going to have echo in it, and for the freaking epilogue of the game, no less. I wish this was a game more people talked about. If I had to come up with a reason why this game was so underrated and not, like, well documented, because compared to all of the other games that came out in the exact same time span as this one, it's easily the one that got overlooked. It came out around the same time as Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Sonic Frontiers, and God of War Ragnarok. Oh, shoot. Wedding! Wedding moment! I'm going to shut up for a second here because... There it is! The grand finale. So, let's look from top to bottom. First of all, this is the closest the game has to a height chart for most of these characters. So, I'm going to use my mouse here. So, there's Quahog with his mother. There's Quahog and Lila. Serenota and Frederica, obviously. I love the wedding dress. That's the pendant right there, I believe. Archibald, who is short, but I believe he is sitting down. There is no way he is that short compared to Anna. There's Huette, Anna, Benedict. Giving you an idea of how young Anna is, actually, if she's that short compared to them. And I know that's just because they're in the background, but still. There's Milo, there's Jerome, Hasabara, Claris, there's Svarog, there is Eridor right there, there's Gila, Roland, Cordelia, Ian's, Lionel, and Avlora. So there it is, every single one of the main contingency, and the best possible ending to the game. It is, I love this portrait so much. This portrait is, it is a snapshot of everything I loved about Triangle Strategy. Holy shit. It genuinely... Oh, yeah, one more thing. Epic new music when we beat... Now that we've beaten the game. I kind of want to just look at the... So, now I'm going to talk some more about this project, as once again it was one of the projects I cherished for the most. Out of the games that released during that time period, it was easily the one that got left under the pile for the worst of it. But I think that out of all of the projects and all of the playthroughs I've done, I have actually a question. I did not get the achievement. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I did get Weaver of Histories. I did get the achievement for completing all paths. I was about to say, do I need to go find the bad ending for chapter 12? Anyways, it's a shame that this game did not get the same level of love that everything else did. I genuinely think that if the general population were to play this game and like actually go through it, it would be a lot of people would like it. But as it stands, in the position it found itself in, it is a game that will forever be underrated. Unless like a renaissance for it happens, but I don't see that happening. If it does, thank God. Yeah, I just love that though. Like, I finished the first route on the 6th, and I finished the second route less than 6 days, less than a week later. Gives you an idea of just how far I went into this. I played for 83 hours. And here's the crazy part is, you guys didn't even get to see most of the access routes. Like, you guys didn't even get to see the access routes that were done for this game. The reason why I'm starting up another save file is to give my hands something to do while I talk. But that is going to do it for this episode. Next time, we will be starting a new LP. The next time you see me, we will be starting a new LP, whenever the hell that may be. Actually, scratch that. You'll probably see me in the extras video. I just realized we're probably going to have the extras video to talk about. But until then, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter if that's something you care for, join Lav's Museum if that's something you really want to do. You can talk to me and my friends and see videos like these. And above all else, have a wonderful day.
On the faraway continent of Norzelia,
We've heard that story before. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.